Investor reveals. Mass immigration masks Canada's economic crisis. What they don't tell you. Canada's immigration policy has long been a cornerstone of its economic strategy, aimed at addressing labor shortages and demographic challenges. However, recent developments suggest that the rapid influx of newcomers may be exacerbating underlying economic issues, particularly in housing, infrastructure, and productivity. The surge in immigration has placed immense pressure on Canada's housing market, healthcare system, and public services, leading to soaring rental prices and a shortage of affordable housing options. In 2023, Canada welcomed over 840,000 immigrants, a record high that significantly outpaced previous years. This surge was driven by various factors, including labor market demands and international student programs. The Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation (CMHC) estimates that the country needs to build 3.5 million new housing units by 2030 to meet the demands of its growing population. Yet, construction has not kept pace, leading to a housing crisis in major urban centers like Toronto and Vancouver. While immigration has been credited with filling labor gaps, it has also highlighted systemic issues within Canada's economy. The country's labor productivity has stagnated, with output per hour declining in recent years. This decline is partly attributed to an over-reliance on immigration to address labor shortages, rather than investing in technology and innovation to enhance productivity. Moreover, the influx of temporary foreign workers and international students has led to increased competition for jobs, particularly in low-wage sectors, resulting in wage stagnation for Canadian workers. The rapid increase in immigration has sparked intense political debates across Canada. In October 2024, then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau acknowledged the challenges posed by high immigration levels and announced plans to reduce the number of new permanent residents. The revised targets were set at 395,000 for 2025, 380,000 for 2026, and 365,000 for 2027. Immigration Minister Mark Miller emphasized the need for a balanced approach to immigration, aiming to ease pressures on housing and public services. However, the decision to cut immigration targets was met with criticism from various quarters. Business leaders warned that reducing immigration could exacerbate labor shortages and hinder economic growth. The Canadian Chamber of Commerce expressed concerns that lower immigration levels would deter foreign investment and strain industries reliant on immigrant labor. Opposition parties also seized on the issue. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre criticized the Liberal government's handling of immigration, accusing them of mismanagement and failing to address the root causes of the housing crisis. Poilievre advocated for a more controlled approach to immigration, linking it directly to the capacity of housing and public services. In 2025, Mark Carney, former governor of the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, became the leader of the Liberal Party and subsequently the Prime Minister. Carney's appointment brought a technocratic perspective to the immigration debate. He acknowledged the need for immigration to address demographic challenges, but emphasized the importance of aligning immigration levels with Canada's capacity to integrate newcomers effectively. Carney's government introduced measures to streamline immigration processes and improve coordination between federal and provincial governments. These initiatives aim to enhance the integration of immigrants into the labor market and ensure that infrastructure development kept pace with population growth. The debate over immigration in Canada underscores the need for a balanced approach that considers both the economic benefits and the challenges posed by rapid population growth. While immigration can contribute to economic dynamism, it must be managed in a way that ensures sustainable development and maintains the quality of life for all residents. Key considerations include infrastructure development, labor market integration, adequately funding public services, and encouraging investment in technology and innovation to enhance productivity. Canada's immigration policy has been a vital component of its economic strategy, addressing labor shortages and demographic challenges. However, the rapid increase in immigration has highlighted underlying issues in housing, infrastructure, and productivity. A balanced approach that aligns immigration levels with Canada's capacity to integrate newcomers effectively is essential for ensuring sustainable economic growth and maintaining the quality of life for all residents. As the political landscape continues to evolve, it is imperative that policymakers consider the long-term implications of immigration on Canada's economy and society. The housing crisis has become a central issue in the immigration debate. The influx of newcomers has intensified demand for housing, driving up prices and exacerbating shortages. In response, the government has implemented measures to increase housing supply and improve affordability. These include investments in affordable housing projects, incentives for developers, and reforms to zoning regulations. However, critics argue that these efforts are insufficient to meet the growing demand and that more comprehensive solutions are needed. The strain on public services, particularly healthcare and education, has also been a point of contention. The rapid population growth has led to overcrowded hospitals and schools, putting pressure on resources and affecting the quality of services. To address these challenges, the government has increased funding for public services and introduced initiatives to improve efficiency and accessibility. Nevertheless, concerns persist about the sustainability of these measures and the need for long-term planning to accommodate future growth. The integration of immigrants into the labor market is another critical aspect of the immigration debate. While newcomers contribute to the economy, many face barriers to employment, including language proficiency, recognition of foreign credentials, and lack of Canadian work experience. To facilitate integration, the government has implemented programs to support language training, credential recognition, and job placement services. These initiatives aim to maximize the economic potential of immigrants and ensure their successful integration into Canadian society. The political discourse around immigration has also been influenced by public opinion. Surveys indicate that while Canadians generally support immigration, concerns about its impact on housing, public services, and the labor market have grown. These concerns have fueled political debates and influenced policy decisions. Political leaders must navigate these complex dynamics, balancing economic needs with public sentiment to develop effective and sustainable immigration policies. In conclusion, Canada's immigration policy is at a crossroads. The country must reconcile the economic benefits of immigration with the challenges it presents. A comprehensive and balanced approach is essential to ensure that immigration continues to contribute positively to Canada's economy and society. This requires coordinated efforts across all levels of government, investments in infrastructure and public services, and policies that support the successful integration of newcomers. By addressing these challenges head-on, Canada can build a more inclusive and prosperous future for all its residents.